How much percentage of power did each form have that Frieza used in the Namek saga? If Frieza's final form, 100%, had a power level of 120 million, then at what point was he using 1% of his power? So mathematically speaking, if Frieza's final form at 100% has a power level of 120 million, and his first form is 530,000, and his regular final form is 3 million, where would his 1% of power be exactly? Now, we know Frieza's forms are restrictors to have more control of his real power, but because of that, each form has different percentages of his power. Like his final form, it has a power level of 3 million. But would that be him at 1%? And the answer is no. Because mathematically that doesn't add up now to crunch up the numbers and to find each percentage. 120 million is 100%, and 60 million is 50%. Then the 1% of power would have to be in between his second form and third form, because 1,200,000 makes 1% of a power level that is 120 million at 100%. Which would also mean if his final form is equal to Goku's base power level 3 million, then it would be at less than 3%. But if Frieza's final form power level is 3.6 million, then that would be at 3%. Which also means Frieza's first is less than 1%, and would mean his first form of a power level of 530,000 would be less than 0.5%. He can suppress himself lower than 1% in his first form, and his first form percentage of power is 0.44166666667%. And his second form has a power level of over 1 million. If it was officially shown to be 1,200,000, then it would be at 1%. But it's never stated exactly. It's just shown that it's over 1 million. But his third form is even more vague. Luckily, in a video game, it states his third form has a power level of 1,550,000, which is at a little bit over 1%. Now that we have that out of the way, here's a little bit of unique abilities. He can stretch out his tail longer than its regular length, like a type of expanding ability, and he also regrows his tail when he transforms into his final form, and then later gets it cut off again. He's also skilled at destroying planets, and in Namek, he decides to destroy the planet's core, so the explosion won't damage him as much. But that's it for this vid. But one quick little side note, Goku's fight with Final Form Frieza, if both their power level were evenly matched at 3 million in the beginning of the fight, Goku was outperforming Frieza. But then Frieza used 50% of his power and started getting the upper hand and beating Goku, and not even Goku's 20 times Kyoken would help Goku. Even though those small temporary bursts would make them even didn't help Goku, but then as a Super Saiyan, Goku gets the upper hand. But one little thing about this is that Goku and Frieza power level get read by the Frieza soldiers in a different planet, in Frieza headquarters, and those Frieza soldiers say that Goku's Super Saiyan power level is a little higher than 50% of Frieza final form power level before the machine explodes. But yeah, just wanted to mention the weird fluctuations. And now to conclude, here's Frieza's most memorable moments and others.
フリーザの圧倒的な力を前に決めた死ね
Yes, that's it. Now I'll truly become a Super Saiyan. My plan really worked. I feel it. I am the Prince of all Saiyans.